Heaven, or the heavens, is a common religious cosmological or transcendent supernatural place where beings such as deities, angels, souls, saints, or venerated ancestors are said to originate, be enthroned, or reside. According to the beliefs of some religions, heavenly beings can descend to earth or incarnate, and earthly beings can ascend to heaven in the afterlife or, in exceptional cases, enter heaven without dying. As in other ancient Near Eastern cultures, in the Hebrew Bible, the universe is commonly divided into two realms: heaven, Samayim, and earth, Ares. 6. Sometimes a third realm is added, either sea, 30, water under the earth, 31, or sometimes a vague land of the dead that is never described in depth, 32. 6. The structure of heaven itself is not fully described in the Hebrew Bible, 33. But the fact that the Hebrew word Samayim is plural has been interpreted by scholars as an indication that the ancient Israelites envisioned the heavens as having multiple layers, much like the ancient Mesopotamians, 33. This reading is also supported by the use of the phrase, heaven of heavens, in verses such as Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 14, 34, 1 Kings chapter 8 verse 27, and 2 Chronicles chapter 2 verse 6. In line with the typical view of most Near Eastern cultures, the Hebrew Bible depicts heaven as a place that is inaccessible to humans. Although some prophets are occasionally granted temporary visionary access to heaven, such as in 1 Kings chapter 22 verses 19 to 23, Job chapter 1 verses 6 to 12 and 2, 1 to 6, and Isaiah chapter 6, they hear only God's deliberations concerning the earth and learn nothing of what heaven is like. There is almost no mention in the Hebrew Bible of heaven as a possible afterlife destination for human beings, who are instead described as resting in Sheol. The only two possible exceptions to this are Enoch, who is described in Genesis chapter 5 verse 24 as having been taken by God, and the prophet Elijah, who is described in 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 11 as having ascended to heaven in a chariot of fire, according to Michael B. Hundley. The text in both of these instances is ambiguous regarding the significance of the actions being described, and in neither of these cases does the text explain what happened to the subject afterwards. The God of the Israelites is described as ruling both heaven and earth. Other passages, such as 1 Kings chapter 8 verse 27, state that even the vastness of heaven cannot contain God's majesty. A number of passages throughout the Hebrew Bible indicate that heaven and earth will one day come to an end. This view is paralleled in other ancient Near Eastern cultures, which also regarded heaven and earth as vulnerable and subject to dissolution. However, the Hebrew Bible differs from other ancient Near Eastern cultures in that it portrays the God of Israel as independent of creation and unthreatened by its potential destruction. Because most of the Hebrew Bible concerns the God of Israel's relationship with his people, most of the events described in it take place on earth, not in heaven. The Deuteronomistic source, Deuteronomistic history, and priestly source all portray the temple in Jerusalem as the sole channel of communication between earth and heaven.